This is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. You know things are getting really bad. We're devolving into an Orwellian nightmare when things like this are becoming the mainstream. This is just out from The Guardian. Alarm over talks to implant UK employees with microchips. This has been making its rounds on the internet. We got this from Metro. UK firms ready to microchip thousands of employees. Ready to be tracked by your boss? UK companies prepare to microchip employees to boost security. Or this one, plans to microchip UK workers spark privacy concerns. Actually, if you just go to Google News and you search UK microchips, you'll get all sorts of articles from Fortune magazine, Business Insider, you got The Guardian, The Independent, Metro, goes on and on. And so what are they saying? Well, concern is growing that UK firms are considering implanting microchips into their employees to boost security. Biohacks, which, by the way, is a terrible name for your company if this is what you're into. I mean, if I was considering getting this chip, the last thing I want to think about is it being hacked or my biology being hacked into or a hacker being able to get access to this thing. So anyways, Biohacks was an interesting choice of a name. A Swedish company that provides human chip implants told the Daily Telegraph it was in talks with a number of UK legal and financial firms to implant staff with the devices. Apparently, one of these clients has hundreds of thousands of employees and probably believes that injecting chips into their workers is easier than issuing them with a security pass. So, of course, for the, for convenience, we're going to implant this little tiny microchip into your hand that you can, it says they're put into the skin between the thumb and forefinger and can be used like any kind of transmitter to open doors, to start a car, for example. They can also be loaded with medical data and can be accessed if the person was ever in an accident. So we're being sold on this for convenience. Now, there's obviously some serious privacy concerns. So we got to look at this company. Who is Biohacks? What are they all about? So I went to their website. Let's take a quick look at this. Biohacks International. This will give us a little more insight about what they're all about, obviously. And here we have it. BIOTECH. The future is technology moving into the body. BIOTECH, Internet of Us. They're very clear here about what their objectives are. BIOTECH and Biohacks International is all about the future is technology moving into the body. This is something I've been talking about here on Press for Truth for quite some time. It's actually referred to as transhumanism. If this is something you've never heard of before, I'll just briefly lay it out for you here. Transhumanism is an international philosophical movement that advocates for the transformation of the human condition by developing and making widely available sophisticated technologies to greatly enhance human intellect and physiology. Transhumanist thinkers study the potential benefits and dangers of emerging technologies that could overcome fundamental human limitations as well as ethical limitations on using such technologies. The most common transhumanist theists is that human beings may eventually be able to transform themselves into different beings with abilities so greatly expanded from the current condition as to merit the label post-human beings. I want to move us into a post-human being world. Influenced by seminal works of science fiction, the transhumanist vision of a transformed future humanity has attracted many supporters and detractors from a wide range of perspectives, including philosophical and philosophy and religion. So what we are talking about here is a philosophical movement to merge man and machine together. And I would, in fact, argue that this technology right here, this is old. I mean, this grain of rice-sized microchip implants came out a long time ago. In fact, I put out a video, this is way back in 2011, where I exposed a company called VeriChip, where they implanted microchips into the very first ever family to be implanted, the Jacob family. And there's a clip here I'll play from ABC News that was aired in 2002. So we're going back 16 years here with this technology. So I would argue that this is this is ancient at this point. Check this out.
Chip will be implanted with and imprinted with personal information about them, data about their medical histories, their identification. And joining us now from Miami are Leslie, Jeffrey, and Derek Jacobs, and we welcome the Jacobs, and also Keith Bolton, Chief Technology Officer of Applied Digital Solutions, the manufacturer of what is called the BIOTECH.
After 9/11, I was really concerned with the security of my family, and you never know when an accident is going to happen. And the BIOTECH can give that medical information instantaneously and be able to save my life.
And I know they're still working on the technology for a kind of global positioning chip, you know, where you could be read by satellite where you are. Would your family do that too?
I think we definitely would consider doing that. Again, it's only activated if we need this technology. If my son was kidnapped, or I was kidnapped, or something happened medically with my husband that he wandered off and, you know, became unconscious. So yes, we would definitely consider that.
Yeah, they would definitely consider that. This is, again, that clip aired 16 years ago. So I would argue that this is old technology at this point. In fact, we're already into the area of something that's referred to as nanotechnology. This is not conspiracy theory. This is new science. Nanotechnology is manipulation of matter on atomic, molecular, and supramolecular scales. The earliest widespread description of nanotechnology referred to the particular technological goal of precisely manipulating atoms and molecules for fabrication of a macro-scale products, also now referred to as molecular nanotechnology. So they're going into the molecular level here. Instituting machines with mankind on the nanotech scale. Why on earth are they doing this? Why is nanotechnology being merged and man and machine together? Well, the reason I would argue, ladies and gentlemen, is because they want to become like gods. They want to themselves be the gods, be the creator, the controller, and the ultimate leaders, and essentially declare themselves to be God. That's what's dangerous about this movement. That's what this is leading to. That's what the transhumanism movement is really all about. That's and these are where this is the area we're leading into when we look at things like nanotechnology. And I don't want to get too overly spiritual or religious about this, but I do find it very, very interesting that this was talked about by the Christian community for a long, long time. Regardless of what you think about the Bible, is irrelevant. This passage here was written thousands of years ago, and it did talk about a time where it says, "He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their forehead, and that no man may buy or sell, except he who has the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name." And again, I don't want to get into a religious debate here. I just find it very interesting that was written thousands of years ago, and I can't even fathom what it was like for people 100 years ago to try to understand this prophecy. I mean, how can he cause all, small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, everyone in the world who has to get this mark on their right hand or their forehead, and nobody can buy or sell unless he has that? I mean, 100 years ago, that wouldn't have made much sense. A couple hundred years ago, you wouldn't have seen how that's possible. But in today's day and age, with the internet and with RFID technology and things of that nature, it's obviously clear how this can be possible now to do such a thing. So, bottom line is, guys, there's obviously grave privacy concerns in regards to this. What happens when they want to shut your chip off? What happens when, they decide that you are, a problem for the system, and they don't want you to have a payment processing system anymore, or, access to your health records, or access to your vehicle or anything, and just shut you off. I mean, this is leading us into a dark Orwellian nightmare, and we have to reject these incremental steps towards, the eventual implementation of mandatory microchips on a global scale. I mean, they say this is just, it's not mandatory at this point. One of these companies mentioned that they figure maybe 15% of their employees will get the chip. But when they have 200,000 people, that's a lot of people still willing to accept this, and we need to reject these incremental pushes towards all-out tyranny. They're going to sell it as convenience for now, but again, I would argue this is a step towards utter and total control. So we have to reject it at every incremental step along the way. So that's just something I wanted to bring to your attention, guys. I think this is old news. As I said, this technology's been out, like I showed here in this video, back in 2011, that the Jacob family did this back in 2002, 16 years ago. They now have the nanotechnology. We probably already inhaled microchips. We probably already have these things in us at this point. So, we really, really need to reject it when it gets out on the mainstream like this. And, we when these guys just fall in line and do it for convenience, yeah, that's when things are getting really bad. So anyways, guys, just wanted to bring that to your attention today. I want to thank you for tuning in. Please share this video. Click the thumbs up button if you appreciated this information. And it really does help with YouTube's algorithms. With they've been designed to stop this type of info from being seen online. So please click that thumbs up button, share the video if you liked it, and check us out on Patreon. This channel is supported directly by you, the viewers. So if you do appreciate what we're doing here, you can go to Patreon. Here you can select a monthly amount where you can contribute, and that of course is greatly, greatly appreciated. But that's all for today, guys. Just wanted to bring this one to your attention. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more. This is Dan Dix, reporting for Press for Truth. We all want truth. The truth will set you free.